Hey guys, so today I wanted to show you my Harry Potter Lego display. Now this is definitely not all of the sets. Not all of them would be able to fit on this shelf. This is mostly just the entire 2018 to 2020 wave. There are a few elements from older sets, but not too much. Everything that's not on this shelf is either packed away in a labeled bag or it's displayed in my bedroom. So this is all displayed in our spare room, and I recently bought this Billy bookcase from IKEA. I plan on getting some glass doors for it as well so that everything is enclosed and nothing gets super dusty. For the most part, everything's been dusted and is in a pretty clean condition at the moment, which is why I wanted to show it to you today. It's definitely not complete. I really want to dress up this bookcase even more to make it look even better, so it is a work in progress. Starting at the top, we have the Hogwarts Shelf. I wanted to put as many of the Hogwarts castles in next to each other as I could, and this one had to be stacked up very, very tall because of the Astronomy Tower. And unfortunately, because of how big these sets are, the clock tower wasn't able to fit. In an attempt to make this shelf look as accurate as possible, I have placed the Great Hall on the left-hand side, and pretty much the Great Hall stands exactly as how the set is. Next to the Great Hall, we have Dumbledore's office and the prefect's bathroom from the clock tower. It's not really attached to anything, it's just sitting in between the Great Hall and the Astronomy Tower. At the front of the Astronomy Tower, I have my modified viaduct bridge with some grey pieces at the top to make it blend in with the rest of these castles. And on the right, we have the Astronomy Tower pretty much made as is. Nothing's really changed over here. Next to the greenhouse as well, I have a little wheelbarrow filled with some black and brown studs to represent dirt. Out of the entire bookshelf, this top shelf is the only one I don't see myself adding too much more to. Maybe I'll add some giant towers out of my mock Hogwarts behind the viaduct building on the Astronomy Tower, but other than that, I don't think I'm going to change too much. Moving down, we have the Quidditch Pitch and some other bits of Hogwarts which I couldn't quite fit on that top shelf. And this is where it starts to look quite bad. The Quidditch Pitch looks very similar to how the set comes, although I've detached the building so that I was able to curve around a lot nicer. And on the right hand side, we have some of the Whomping Willow buildings, and behind it is the Room of Requirement. I've placed it behind there to kind of create some more depth. I'm planning on adding a lot more of my buildings from my Hogwarts MOC to this section to make this a fully fledged other section of the castle. But unfortunately for now, it still looks quite bare. Moving down is the Forbidden Forest or outside area of Hogwarts. On the left hand side, we have the Whomping Willow and 2018 Ford Anglia, and next to it we have Hagrid's hut, which is one of my favorite Harry Potter sets. Buckbeak is out the front in his pumpkin patch, and he has a little barrel full of all these foods and snacks, and probably not enough chicken wings for his liking. On top of Hagrid's hut as well, we have Cho Chang's owl from the CMF series. Moving over to the right hand side, and we have all of my Forbidden Forest trees and creatures. We have a black Thestral from the 2007 Hogwarts Castle, and Grawp is there in the back holding his bike handle. Pressed up against the side of the bookshelf, I have the Forbidden Forest set Expecto Patronum. I never ended up buying Aragog's lair when it was on sale, and I really regret it as I feel like he would be a perfect addition to this side, and also having another tree in the background wouldn't hurt either. Heading down, and we have the Muggle World, where we have number 4 Privet Drive. We also have some road base plates where the night bus is driving along, and I'm really glad I included the base plates here. Originally, I wanted to have Privet Drive sitting on the edge of one. Unfortunately though, the shelf was not deep enough for that to happen, so it's just kind of sitting there on the right. On the back of this shelf as well, I have a small lamppost where the Grim is hiding beneath the bush, which I got in the 2004 Night Bus set. Second from the bottom, we have the most disjointed shelf of all, where I house platform 9 3/4 in King's Cross Station and the Weasley's house, the Burrow. Ideally, I didn't want to put the Burrow here, although because it is a very tall building, I didn't really have too much choice. I might move it into a different room of the house just so that it can stand tall on its own, and that way I don't have such a disjointed setup. Underneath the Hogwarts Express, I have a few train tracks which I added in this morning. One day I hope to make this go around my Christmas tree and have it fully motorized, but unfortunately I haven't gotten around to that yet. Originally I didn't plan on getting this set. It was only because I saw a used one for $80 that I finally decided to get it, and I'm so glad I did because I love the way this train station looks. And last but not least, at the bottom I have all of my Goblet of Fire sets. These sets are all purely at the bottom because they're really the only ones that had a very specific film they were from. Everything else kind of blends into the generic Harry Potter universe, even though it was set from a specific scene. They're also all very small. The big thing that really captures my eye is the Bo Buttons carriage, but even then I don't mind crouching down to ever have to look at it. So that is my entire Lego Harry Potter shelf at the moment. Like I said, I really want to get some glass doors on it, that way there won't be as much dust, and I also want to put some LED lights at the top of each shelf so that I can light it up at nighttime. I hope to fill it up with a lot more of my older Hogwarts buildings. You'll also notice that there are no minifigures on the shelf, and that is because I display them separately. I'll be making a video on my minifigure display in a few days, as I've just ordered the final Harry Potter from 2020 that I'm missing. Let me know your thoughts on my display and specifically what I should put on that Muggle World area. It's so bland, and I really hope that maybe I can put some of the new Diagon Alley buildings if that gets confirmed. Besides Aragog's Lair, the only sets that I am missing out of this newer wave are the 2020 Hedwig, as well as the massive microscale Hogwarts Castle. But other than that, I have every single set, and most of them are on displayed here, besides the clock tower, which did not fit. Let me know what your favorite set out of this new wave of Harry Potter sets is. I'd really love to know. Personally, my favorites are Hagrid's Hut and the Great Hall. I just feel like that's such a staple set, and there's a reason that it's still on sale to this day. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, and until then, I will see you later.